Hey!
Hi!
I'm Sarah and this is my friend, and we're going to be making a video on middle school. So we're going to tell you all about how to survive middle school, what goes on, and stuff like that. So do you want to start off? So she's going to middle school next year.
Yeah.
And
I'm starting in September.
And I just ended middle school last year, so now I'm in high school. I'm a freshman.
So it'll be good.
Right. So first of all, in middle school, there's a different way of doing things than elementary. There's more expectations of you, and that you should have a higher level of education, and there's also the social aspect of it and how you have friends, and how you have different groups of friends, and how you stay in your groups of friends and go out of your groups of friends. So I mean, it varies from everybody, from different person to different person, but I feel like most people tend to stick in a group of people and have their own certain people that they talk to, and that's how it basically goes in middle school. In elementary, you're used to talking to everybody.
Yeah, and when you get to middle school, at first you're not gonna be not used to going to classroom to classroom, because
Right.
Elementary school you stay in the same classroom.
Right. So in middle school you
That's what
classes.
I'm scared about. If
Right.
I'm gonna get lost.
Lost. Well, the thing is, after the first week of school, you should get used to it, the pattern where you're going. Then you just kind of memorize where you're going. Otherwise, you basically in middle school, there's a different way of the teachers and how strict they are and how harsh they are on you.
Yeah, some of them could be really strict, and for example, when you were little, say first grade, your teachers are nice. They were nice because they don't expect a lot out of you. But when you get higher, sometimes kids get grown in higher grades,
when they're in higher grades, you have more work to do and more.
Yeah, and they expect a lot, and if you don't do it right, they might be mean. So that's how
That's how it varies from middle school and elementary school. Another thing would be that you want to always keep track of your assignments and everything. So the best thing is to have an agenda to put where your homework is and what it is for each class, because then you can keep track of it. And when you get home and you're doing your homework, then you'll know exactly what to do.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to I guess you have to be organized a lot.
Yep.
And you have to finish up your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Do they give you a lot of homework in 6th grade?
In 6th grade, I didn't have too much homework. Not as much
elementary?
It's kind of transitioning you from elementary to middle school, so there's not too much. But once you get to 7th and 8th grade, it starts to amp up a little bit.
Yeah.
So another thing is you're gonna have to have more than one binder or notebook for each class. So you're gonna have to have, I have 4 binders and they're pretty they're 2-inch binders too, so there's no room in my bag. But that's what you have to get used to, and it's gonna be heavy to carry it, so you wanna make sure carrying it on both arms. Uh-huh.
Oh, no, 4 minutes.
Well,
we're gonna skip ahead of some grades and go to the last grade of middle school.
Yep.
A big change, and then that will be it for the video.
So 8th grade, I feel
8th grade is the last.
Yes. From 6th grade to 8th grade, there's a lot of changes that happen. Obviously, not personal, but
changes.
I mean, yeah, there's throughout your whole everything about you changes, and the way you learn, the way you talk to people, the way you socialize, and I feel that changes a lot, and that's a big change. Another change would be getting used to managing your stress. Like, you're gonna have a lot of stress because of all the homework and work you have to do. So you have to...
You'll probably cry a couple times.
Yeah. And you have to learn how to manage that and, like, take control and not get too overwhelmed. Because if you get too overwhelmed, then you just, like, freak yourself out. It's not that fun. Yeah.
Another thing. I don't know.
Okay, so if there's bad kids in elementary school, like that,
right
like
now,
bullies,
if they're like super bad, because some kids in my school, the police actually had to come because they got too out of control.
Right. So the way that some people are just naturally just mean people and just out of control. Yeah. But some people, they grow into it. So a lot of people that I knew,
and they'll get out of control maybe.
Yeah.
And it'll get worse and bad things might happen. So if you're like a bad person now, you might want to like...
change yourself.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Not like to change.
Yeah. So one thing you could say is a lot of people just have stages that they go through that they're kind of just like mean. I mean, everybody's mean at some points, but some people are just too over the top. And it's...
like screaming.
Yeah, and like throwing chairs. There was this one time where my brother... there was someone in his class that threw a chair at the teacher, so that didn't go over well, and I guess they grew out of that stage, and they kind of learned to not do that because it's not appropriate in class or so anywhere.
That tip right there is like, don't be like kind of like that because it could get out of control.
Right, and it'll bite you in the butt in the future, which means it'll come back to you. Yeah. Like, you'll get in trouble. Bite you in the butt.
Okay, so that's it for today.
And we hope you learned a little bit about how you're going to survive middle school and how you're going to deal with it. And we hope you enjoyed this video.